All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:38 in the morning of January the 12th, 2021, and this is my pre-market strategy session. So today, actually, you know what? I'm going to stop this and restart it. All right, good morning, everyone. It is 8:39 in the morning of January 12th, 2021, and this is my pre-market strategy session. So the first thing that I have up today is Imrn. It has news that it had just received DoD money to study a diarrhea drug. It's not a heck of a lot of money. I think it's like $3 million. Yeah, 3.4 million Defense Department funding, right? So if we take a look back here at its revenues, 3.4 million is a big deal. I mean, on an annual basis here from 2017, revenues were 1 million in 2017. 2018, total revenues for the year, 1.43 million, 1.71 million in 2019. 2020, 1.69 million. And here in 2021, I'm guessing COVID, the whole lockdown thing and everything kind of got them. And they only did revenue of 108,000. So 3.4 million, is roughly 3 years worth of revenue, historically speaking, for this company. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal for the company, and it's catching a bid this morning. I don't know how it's going to do. We'll see. I have a Fibonacci up on it. Let's see. So actually, it's kind of strange, my Fibonacci there. I might have to redo. Yeah, I will. All right, so it's $5.06, 5.06. Okay. So here it is hanging around the 61.8 fib at $4.99, dipping down below it here. I don't know how this is going to affect the stock today. Classically speaking, 2 years ago, I would have been looking for this thing. I've been trading, 5,000, 10,000 shares at a time on this, but this go around with the way small cap momentum's been behaving for quite some time now, I'd be I'm quite a bit more skeptical. So if I take a shot at this, it'll be as it crosses back above this 61.8 or hits the 50%, and I'll definitely be keeping my risk really tight on that trade and not let it turn against me very far. So it's holding right now pre-market. It looks like it's trying to hold on to the 61.8 fib. That's a good thing. So this is the number one. This is the leading gapper this morning. It's up 57% from its previous close. All right, so next up, IMMX. This is one that I've been keeping an eye on for quite some time, and they have just gotten some news. Let's see, drug study success. I don't know what phase it is, and it's a cancer drug. It's really good. Now, TradingView doesn't have the headlines, so let me move over here to Street Smart Edge real quick, and I'll start reading it off. IMMX produced 50% positive response rate in first-line therapy-resistant cancer, surpassing the standard of care in mice study. So they are in animal trials, and I think that's phase 2. So I'm not really very excited about it. It might give a setup. Again, with the way small cap momentum has worked lately, it just, for example, here on the 3rd of January, you can see, total, let's see, 580 to 870. So at least it had a $3 range, Shares traded were 149 million shares traded. Let's see, I opened up here at $7. Went as high as 868, and then plummeted back down. So I mean, really, the profitable range really was from $7. It was $1.70. And that's on 149 million shares traded. So what happens with today's headline? It's hard to say. It is getting right. It's right here below this 100% mark from its date back here on the 31st of December on the close. Let's see, it closed on the 31st of December at $3.56. So it's slightly more than double that. Wait a second. I'm having a hard time with my Fibonacci's this morning. Let me see. 356. So that would bring the Fibonacci down to 7.06. Strange. Okay, so it's just above the 100% mark. So across down below the 100% and then a move back up again will be an entry. But this is all selling territory right here. All of this is selling territory. So a break above 868 and this thing has blue skies. And that'll be a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put an alarm there on 868. All right. MCMJ, they have just announced some financing. Let's see, what's their pre-market volume here? 177,000. Yeah, I'm not really very excited. They just announced $30 million of convertible notes that they're selling today. I imagine, let's see if it's to... Yeah, this company's doing no revenues, and so this is just a way of it to continue to finance operations until one day it can start churning out some revenues and earnings. So yeah, this is just a way of the company being able to hold its head above water, essentially. I don't see a trade there. Then also Nxgl, this is also one that I don't see a trade on. The headlines on this one are pretty interesting. However, the stock is really petering out pre-market. Buzz, Nxgl set for best day on launching hydrogel patch to treat foot blisters. All right. Pennsylvania-based company. Let's see. Shares of medical hydrogel provider jumped 26.3% to $3.70 pre-market. Set for the best day. So let's see. It's at 342 now. Went to a high of 425. The Fibonacci, if it were a double price, you can see here, Fibonacci's up here, the top end of the Fibonacci's up here at $5.86. And it ran into the 38.2 fib here and just couldn't, doesn't have the mustard, to keep going higher. Does that mean there won't be a trade on it today? I don't know. I mean, this is a really interesting headline, let's see. I mean, revenues and earnings here aren't really all that great either. It's a small cap, So it's on watch. I don't plan on trading it, but who knows? It could just start running wild, right? All right. And so then next up is Amazon. Now, Amazon looks like it's going to try and make a run to this 38.2 fib. And that's roughly where there's some resistance there at that 32. What was once support is now resistance, you can see here on the daily. So it's not precise, but this area of 33.70 on Amazon here acted as support again, and then finally failed. And so this region up in here looks like a good spot for a short-term scalp on the downside. With that said, it's hard to say. This is one heck of a bottom pin. You see this bottom pin right here? That is one heck of a bottom pin. And what that usually means is it's found a bottom. And one day it dropped down to a price and then ran up and finished green on the day. And usually what that means is that at least for, a few days, it's found its bottom and is going to search for, higher prices. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of guessing that, this 3,400 area, 3370, I'll say 3360 to 3,400 is going to be a resistance zone for it. It's just a guess. So until it starts hitting that resistance again and starts to fade away again, I'm going to wait to get into a short on Amazon. Let's see, Amazon and Tesla. So Tesla here's the bottom of the risk range on Tesla, and it came really close to it there on the 10th of January. That was last Friday. I got into a trade kind of late on this one. I was really looking forward to it hitting the bottom end of the risk range here. But you can see back here on Friday, it came really, really close, but didn't quite get there. And so I wound up entering this kind of late as it crossed back above this pivot right here. So I got in right here for this little run right here. Although it looks like a little run, it was basically from $10 and $1,013 to a high of $1,031. I got a decent amount of that run. I didn't get it all, of course, but I got a decent portion of it. So it made for a good trade. So right now, after it has come off of the bottom of its risk range, it's going to start searching for the top end of its risk range. And I'll be looking for opportunities to enter long positions on Tesla using options. And I'll use that in conjunction with the VIX and the relative strength. So when Tesla's relative strength on the 1 minute and the 10 minute comes down to the oversold territory, in sequence or in tandem with the VIX going above into oversold and coming back out of oversold, then I'll look for a trade to the long side on Tesla. Okay, so then here's the SPY. If the SPY opened up right now, it would open up 0.39% higher than its previous close. There's this little short-term support and resistance line right now. It's acting as support, and it really bounced off of it there on Friday. I did manage to get a couple of trades in on this move right here. I was pretty, I don't know, I definitely did not grab as much of this move as I could have. In fact, I only grabbed really a few cents on, I think I traded a total of 5 contracts on the SPY. And I think it was for all of like about maybe $150 to $200 profit on Friday. And could have been significantly more, but hey, that's trading. Now here it is right here, and yesterday, was that Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. The 11th, wait, what day is the 10th? I thought that, yeah, 10th was a Monday, sorry. The 7th was Friday. So here on Monday, yeah, I caught a little bit of that move. And then again, a little bit of this move yesterday too. The consultancy firm that I use is bullish on the SPY and has a target of 484 here. This is the high end. For 48.47 is the high end, and the low end is 46.60. Now you can see here it went significantly lower than the low end, and in fact it opened below the low end, and so it was really selling off on this day. And when it started heading back up, I started putting in a move, but I seriously didn't think it would make it all the way back up in just one day. Yesterday, the follow through, I should have been more confident in the follow through, especially for the break over the previous close. So after it dipped down the previous close and then broke back through and went above the previous close, that's when I should have known to have taken a lot more risk, and I didn't. I traded 4 shares on this yesterday, or 4 contracts on this yesterday. I did okay. Definitely left some money on the table, but at least I'm profitable, right? All right, so Bitcoin, Hedgeye has roughly 40,000 as a bottom on Bitcoin. I had 42,000, and I was looking for a red close for a confirmation, because even though this is a red close right here on the 10th on Monday, it's not really confirmation, because this is a vast majority of this candle is buying, even though it's red and it closed below 42,000. This is all buying down here, right? So here it is. It popped back up above 43,000. If we get a confirmation on that today, it's going to go and test the high end of this channel at 53,000. So we'll see what happens. I would be looking to short at 53, and right now, as long as it gets a green close today, I'll be looking for opportunities to go long Bitcoin. All right, so yeah, that's it for the pre-market strategy session, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your wrists tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you at the recap. I am out.